What's up, YouTube? This is Out of Step from Dorkfeast, and today we're here to bring you a mob spawner and XP farm and items farm. Some of our subscribers have asked to showcase some of that, so here we are at the mob spawner. It's kind of this general cross pattern. I like to add to it. The way you design it, you can pretty much keep adding floors. Ideally, you want to have anywhere from like 5 to 7 floors. You can go up to 10, but it might start getting a little laggy. If it's under 5, production of mobs is a little slow. So here we are. There's a couple things we're going to need. And what you want to start doing is getting pressure plates. And you're going to want to, along the side here, just line up the pressure plates. This is where the mobs are going to be spawning. And then for the corners here, you want to go ahead and just put a block because you can't push them from there. And put some wood there for the cosmetics. I'm using these stone blocks to kind of show you important corners, and the wood is again just a cosmetic block. You can use anything for that as long as it's not glass or something that lets light through. Next, you want to take redstone repeaters and redstone and alternate between them at each pressure plate. Just going through and just putting down the redstone. And then you want to build a wall behind that with a block using your cosmetic block. Then you want to take sticky pistons and having it face you, put them down on top of that. And then I'm going to use a stone block as the pusher block, so put that in front there. So what should happen is when you step on the pressure plate, the stone block will push you off the pressure plate and into the lighter place where the half slabs are currently. Eventually that will be a hole, and that will drop down through the multiple floors. A couple here we missed. And if corners, you're going to fill it in because obviously you can't put anything there. I'm kind of show you how it's working. It's pushing you off, and you're going to land on this lighter spot here where the hole's going to be. Alright, so I'm going to put a column here to kind of fill that in. And then as we go around the corner here, we're going to do the same thing. Put down the pressure plates. Going to put down the redstone and the repeater alternating. That way the lines don't cross. And you're going to break this glowstone, put down some wood for the back wall. Going to put a light down so I can see. Now we're going to do the sticky pistons again on the back wall, again facing inward. And then cover that up. And so on the other side, yep. Alright, and now put the stone blocks on the pistons there so they'll push you off. I'm going to fill in this next corner. That's the cosmetic side of the outside, oops. Alright, so fill in the cosmetic stuff. Whatever, put there, put there. Alright, now I can start this next side. I'll put this torch down so I can keep seeing. Take this one away. And back to pressure plates. Again, line the whole sign as much as possible. Then I'm going to do the alternating repeaters in redstone. Build up the back wall. Fill that in because it's going to be a solid wall there. Because you can't fit it the other way. And then do the pistons again. Again, having them face inward. And the concrete pusher blocks. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be tested there, it's working. That's one whole side, and you're going to do this pretty much all the way around. So all 4 sides are going to be pretty much like this. So I'll go ahead and speed that up a little bit. On some sides, obviously, you'll have less spaces. Like here, you only have 4 or 5 of the other blocks versus the other side might be longer. And that all has to do with the corners as you go into the intersecting corner. You just kind of work around so all the insides that are possible have the pressure plate and the pistons pushing you off. The way I have it set up, it's gonna be spawning skeletons, zombies, and creepers. Also, I got it open toward the bottom where livestock can walk in, so we can try to catch cows and chickens and pigs as well. I'll show you that in a little bit. You can make it 3 high if you want to catch Endermen. And basically it's preventing spiders from spawning because they need like a 2x6 space, I believe. This is limited to a 1 by whatever the row is. Alright, so we're winding down on the last little bit here, the last couple blocks down, and then functionally everything will be in place. Alright, so that's everything ready to go. Time for the next floor. Or actually first we'll take away this half stones, or yes, half slabs. This is going to open up the drop. You can kind of see where the multiple floors, how they connect. There's water at the bottom that the mobs can fall into so they don't catch damage, and it flushes them to the center to flush them all out. Kind of collects them and spits them out at the bottom. Just going to go through and break all these half slabs real quick. Alright, last couple. Alright, so as you can see, they'll fall down here. They get pulled to the center where they fall and then load into the pathway. Alright, so next would be the roof. And it's also the next floor. This is where you kind of can continue to build floors on top of floors, so you can add to it as you get bored, but have it still working when it's not. As you can see here, we're going to block over the place where the pressure plates are. That way it's only a 2-block tall space. That prevents mobs from being able to jump and stay on the platform, as well as keeping the other types of mobs like spiders and endermen from spawning. I don't like to have endermen spawn in here just because they might catch blocks or something, or take blocks away, which can mess a lot of stuff up down below. So I try to keep it just being zombies, skeletons, and creepers, and whatever domestic animals fall into it. So we're going to go around and place all these blocks all the way around, covering up all the piston spaces, or the pressure plate spots. Then you can also put down cosmetically the blocks, just covering up like the sticky pistons, and the regular blocks just cosmetically. I like to have everything covered in the material except for the inside X, that where the hole is. I usually use a different material for that, just so you can easily tell where that opening is when you go to add new floors. That kind of helps so you don't actually break one of the wrong blocks. So it's going around, covering up these things. Just remember 8-bit art there in the background. Go ahead and speed this up because it takes a little while. Ground filled in, covering all the cosmetic stuff. Do. Alright, so finishing the last couple blocks of that, now we have our main base platform. So we want to go ahead and fill in the X with a different color stone so we can tell. I was using half slabs, but I think half slabs do a little bit of a light in, so go ahead and use I'm just gonna use a stone block just to tell easily what that's different, yet it'll be solid enough and block the light from coming in, because you don't want to have any light coming inside the floors there, else it'll help prevent mobs from spawning. You want to have it as dark as possible. Go ahead and put our 4 corner points here to kind of mark off where the center is, and I'm gonna fill in all these blocks here. Go ahead and speed that up. So just go back, fill in the hole so there's no light coming in. Alright, so everything's filled in. We're going to go back over to the mob spawner, or the grinder, and see how it works over there. Alright, so here we are, back at the XP farm, coming in. Gonna shut that door so no mobs sneak up on us. And inside, you can see we already have a skeleton, so it's already working. This place is, so many blocks away from the mob spawner itself, because it's kind of working off that donut rule, as I like to think of it. Imagine a giant donut, virtual donut around your player, and up to like 24 blocks inside the hole, mobs won't spawn near you, but then the chunky part of the donut around you is where they spawn. So by moving it over here, you're keeping that mob spawner in a prime location for spawning mobs. And here you can see we already got another skeleton coming. Also, it works better in daytime, and then if you go around the location where you're at and light up all the mines to help keep light up so mobs will only spawn closer to that area. Kind of helps with production as well. And again, more floors you can add. Basically, you flip the switch, the water's going to flush them down to the edge here, and they get sucked down this hallway. If you come down this hallway here, you can see that's where they're collected. You can kind of sit here and use your bow and arrow. I like to use bow and arrow, that way you don't have to get close and maybe cause a creeper to explode. It's a little safer that way. So you get your bow and arrow, and you can just, have at it and start shooting them in the hole there. Kind of free shots. They can't really shoot at you, especially if you're keeping a distance, but you can kill them and then collect the XP, as you see there. Now say you don't have any arrows and you go, oh, I just ran out, and the guys are still there. I got a switch here. You have to use the switch. It's gonna flush the mobs and any items closer there. Mobs will get stuck, and then you can hit this button here. I got a dispenser set up with arrows to shoot them, and then it'll shoot the mobs. The items will get sucked down the drain, come around the corner, and can dispense out here. As you can see, two little bones came out, and you can get whatever the items are from the mobs. So back at the mob spawner here, I'll show you kind of how the mobs get from here to where you can grind them at. The tube comes down here to keep the light out. As you can see, the little hole here. We're gonna put some glowstone here to kind of attract the animals, so they'll kind of get curious because there's some pigs over there. They'll walk in over here and get sucked in. Now here I have water running upstairs. Basically, I'm not walking at all. This is the water taking me the entire way. It's dragging me up the stairs, down the hallway. Going up, and then now I'm going to start flushing down. Go down, and here you can see there's like a wall here of water I'm getting ready to go into. It's going to change my direction. It's going to start pulling me this way to where I get stuck by these glowstone. And this is kind of where we saw them on the other side, where they were kind of getting stuck at. So mobs kind of collect here just against this edge, and we can see them safely from there to see what we got. Also, the way this is staged kind of helps with, you can be collecting mobs while, keeping rewards on other mobs. So it's kind of a nice little stage setup. You want to change this up to a stone, maybe a cooler. See, they're attached to the pistons where they drop down to let the water flow. They'll get flushed down here to the end, and then, obviously there's a big drop there, but those pistons will come out and you'll get stuck. And then when you switch the switch again, the water will continue to drain and drop you down here to where you get sucked. Now this is where the mobs kind of sit here and you can shoot at them. Can't really shoot at you. And then that piston drops. It will allow you to go to this spot here where we shot him with the dispenser and collected the items through the drain. So that's pretty much the mob spawner / XP item farm setup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do subscribe and remember to share. Thanks.